Welcome, Aquarius, to your June monthly reading. This is Aligned Soul Tarot, and welcome, welcome, welcome. I was lighting the sage just to kind of energize and neutralize the energies. And man, oh man, the sage is burning. It's burning strong. It almost burned me. So that just tells me that, you know, it's necessary, it's needed for your energy and for this reading. So it's beautiful. Welcome. This is a general reading for the month of June. Okay. We are going through some major changes, some major shifts in just the global situation that we're in, right? And also universally, think about all these retrogrades that we're experiencing. Venus retrograde happened last month, and also several other planets. So we're reassessing. We're revisiting, we're planning. We're kind of in a place of planning. And in this place of planning, we're having to control our emotions, control our impulses, because there are many unknowns, right? The reason why I bring this up for you is because this resistance card came up. So I'm sensing that you kind of have to just go through this void, these unknowns at this time. This desert card reminds me of like this void, this vastness, this expansiveness, really just diving into it and trusting in the unknown, not resisting, because there's a light at the end of the tunnel for you, Aquarius, okay? Just know that these messages are general. If you want to get a private reading with me, all my information is in the description box below. If you like what you hear, like, share, subscribe, and we can even go into more detail in a private reading, okay? So let's just kind of dive in. Like I said, you need to ease into this energy that you're in right now. Venus retrograde, like I said, was last month, and that was in your 4th house. So lots of aspects around home, family. This can finding your roots, like a sense of establishing your roots, reassessing where your roots are, maybe doing some deep ancestral healing if you're into that. If you're called to that, you might have more of awareness around your ancestors at this time, kind of stepping back into the past with that retrograde energy. Healing family issues could be a really big theme for you as well. Your family could be a really major highlight for you. It also could be a major place of support, and also maybe some resistance around family, okay? So that might be where this resistance is coming from. So just know that, you know, with Venus sitting in that house, these are some things that it might be affecting, okay? We also had Saturn that was really playing a huge role in mainly April, May. And so you felt that kind of tightening around that time. And I believe now you are loosening up a bit more because it's now out of your sign. So you're kind of feeling a little bit less responsibility. Maybe energy's been easing up for you a little bit more in June. The new moon in Gemini was in your 5th house. So I do think that that kind of gave you a little bit of boost of energy. That's all about true love, passion. It's Leo energy, lighting your passions up. And I think that kind of brought in a little bit more lightness. So if you sense that around the new moon, end of May, just know that that energy is with you. It's kind of bringing out your authentic self, your playful side, you know, nurturing that side, maybe even flirty side, okay? So just know that there's some lightness coming in, especially with this Gemini energy. It's very light-hearted energy, but it can be very mental. So just understanding your thoughts, right? That connection with the heart and the mind, kind of integrating that and understanding that. You are air, so you flow very well with Gemini. So that's kind of like the rundown on what I was sensing in the pre-shuffle. And you had here the inner peace card that came up for you. This is what I was sensing with that resistance and kind of going with the flow, trusting in the void, trusting in the unknown. Things will kind of loosen up around maybe some family issues or just some resistance within your heart, kind of easing out of that, excuse me. And yes, that finding that inner peace within that chaos, you know, within that resistance that might come up, trying to purge that, just kind of shining a little bit of light on it. Meditation, beautiful awareness, mindfulness. My peace is a great gift to the world. When I find my peace, there is one less person suffering. So think of it that way. The benefit that you're doing for those around you when you find that inner peace, right? Not only are you benefiting yourself, but you're also benefiting those around you. So if you are in a place where you feel like there's this resistance, maybe externally or internally, take it as it resonates, try to loosen up, right? Loosen it up a bit. Ease up, relax a little bit into this energy. I think you're doing so with that new moon in Gemini. Like I said, the 5th house being illuminated, kind of adding a little more life and vibrance, okay? In the pre-shuffle, we also had body and mind. Body and mind. This is kind of like what I was talking about with the head and the heart, aligning both aspects of self, especially with this Gemini energy. This is air energy as well. So it's really about that playful imagination, also balancing that playfulness with reality, right? You're only limited by your mind. Be discerning, be open-minded, and question things. Gemini energy is very intellectual. And like I said, Aquarius, you are air as well. You also are very insightful and intellectual. You're a little more about, you know, humanitarian rights and standing up for what you believe. So really kind of stepping into that and finding out what you truly believe in. Finding fact over illusion is another key aspect of this card. Opinions are not facts, right? So being aware of that, where your mind can take you at times, what kind of fear stories that you might be feeding into, and really trying to be authentic and stepping into your integrity and in your truth and speaking it. I feel like for you, it's about speaking it. Maybe being a guiding light to others around you, maybe your family, since there are a lot of aspects with the Venus retrograde highlighting your family. Also, this card came up for you, beautiful. This is all about inspiration, creativity. 9 of fire. 9 represents fruition, self-care, growth. As you can see, this man is like he's babying this plant, he's nurturing it, he's giving it life. So this is also about self-growth, healing yourself, doing the work on your body and mind, right? Not resisting, kind of going into those voids within your mind and your body and shining a little bit of light in there. Also, we had the Mother card come up for you, and this kind of directly ties with the 4th house in Venus retrograde for you. Maybe you're dealing with a mother figure. Maybe you are a mother, so you might be in your own family, or you might be dealing, you know, with someone else's family. But when the Mother card comes up, it's asking you to have unconditional love, be very nurturing, accepting, healing mother wounds also, stepping out of maiden into mother, so kind of maturing is what I get when I see the Mother card. Abundance, growth. This is like the Empress energy, so really all about like growth for you in June. And understanding that maybe if you have some power struggles around a mother figure, to not fight fire with fire is what I'm getting, not to resist. You know, even if you might have to disconnect and enter into this desert and disconnect maybe from family, if that's your story, then know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel when you give people time. And everyone has their own time to grow, right? And not everyone might be on the same timeline as you, dear Aquarius. So being empathetic, not resisting. All right, let's dive into your tarot here. Let's see what June has for you. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. This is for June. Again, this is just time stamped for June, but I really like people to be drawn to the reading at their own time. So whenever this reading finds you, know that it will serve you. It's also very beneficial to look back at older readings, especially if you're in June or July, looking back into May and kind of seeing how you've grown through that energy, if you can relate to that energy. Okay, so readings can serve you whenever you find them, just know that. All right, Aquarius, this is for June. Calling out into the ether for soul guidance for Aquarius, my Aquarius viewers. Cross watchers are welcome. All right, let's feel into this energy. Let's connect. All high vibrational beings, welcome to this reading. Guides, angels, ancestors, loved ones. What is it that Aquarius needs to know at this time to assist in their spiritual growth? Assisting them on their soul's journey. All right, this feels ready. Let's cut the deck. All right. Let's see what June has in store for you, dear Aquarius. Okay, bottom of the deck, the Emperor. So I'm seeing a connection there with this could be a father figure even. So this is the father of the deck. He's the king of all kings. This is Aries energy. You might be dealing with an Aries. Might be some resistance around it because the Emperor can be very controlling. It's not in reverse, so I'm not sensing that there is this super controlling behavior with this king. At least at the moment, we'll feel into it. Let's see what's underneath it. The Queen of Air, beautiful. So yeah, I think it's just more about sharing. I'm seeing like the balance of the body and mind again, because look at Queen of Air is the Queen of Swords. This is all about truth. Sword energy is communication, right? And the Emperor is all about steadying in your power, having control over your life, you know, living in your integrity, speaking up for what you believe. This is also very supportive and nurturing energy. This king, just like the mother figure that we saw, is the Empress and the Emperor, right? So finding that balance of the masculine and feminine energy, your counterpart here. But again, this could definitely relate to an authority figure, a father figure, connecting back to that fourth house energy. But yeah, definitely stepping into your truth with this Queen of Air and really standing in your confidence is what I'm getting here. Six of Fire, all about confidence, victory, okay? Reciprocity. So really powerful energy there at the bottom of the deck. All right, let's see what the cards have here for you, Aquarius. So interestingly enough, I got the Hermit card in reverse for another sign. I think it was actually Aquarius. We got the Hermit card here in reverse again. So this is like things being illuminated. When I see the Hermit at any time, even if it's upright, I do still feel like there is this need to go within, or maybe you already have when it's in reverse, but it's just kind of reassessing to you that it's good to take time for yourself to find some inner peace, to find your path. The path of least resistance is what I'm getting for you, right? So easing into things, not resisting things, allowing things to flow at this time. Okay. And when it's in reverse, what I also pick up from this is like illumination, right? So when the Hermit goes within to find that inner peace, they can find some dark, they can find some light, and it's all about integrating, right? All aspects of self. You know, it's the Shaman card. So they go into the void, like I was speaking about with this Desert card. They go into the void knowingly, trusting, solo. A solo adventure, right? Through the desert, through the void. That's what this Hermit card, this is what it represents here. Stillness, inner peace, right? In reverse, I think that you have been in this place, right? Maybe you still are, but there is some movement here with the Chariot, so maybe some travel. So even though you have been in this Hermit mode and you might still be, there definitely is some movement here. This is forward movement, positive Cancerian energy, water energy. Definitely choosing a direction is what I'm getting with this. Or in the process, right, with the Hermit card of choosing a path, feeling that momentum behind you with this Chariot card, getting on your chariot, having faith, having wisdom now, reflecting and understanding on, you know, the void, what you found in this Hermit mode. Now that you've found something, you've been enlightened through this Hermit mode, you're now having to make some moves. This could also just represent like travel, right? traveling to see family even. That could definitely be of significance to you. We have the Eight of Air in reverse, which comes right beneath this inner peace, which tells me a lot. It's beautiful because this Eight of Air is all about anxiety. Look at this picture, right? Anxiety-ridden, burdened, stressed out. I'm going to read this card for you because I think this is what's helping you step into this inner peace and understand that this trusting in the unknown and not resisting. Let's read a little bit more on this energy. It kind of connects with the artistry. So you can get a better understanding of what you need to step out of, which I believe you are with it in reverse, but it's just kind of a gentle reminder for you how to connect to this inner peace, okay? Trapped and isolated by the choking sensation of feathers that block her senses, she has to resort to her mind. She can free herself, easily in fact, if she considers how. It may not feel like it when everything seems to be closing in on you, but remember that you have the power here. There is always a way out. Your doubts and fears are what is trapping you. And nothing else, just doubts and fears. It's all in the mind, right? The body-mind card. So it's really about connecting with your body, your mind, trusting. Having faith. Shake free of the restrictions you've imposed on yourself. Open your eyes and let yourself see the situation clearly. Move out of your own way, right? So I feel like this is what you maybe were sitting in the past couple months. And take it as it resonates. You might kind of still be sitting in this, but you're coming out of this. Spirit is guiding you and assisting you and telling you to recognize these energies, right? Don't self-isolate. Don't self-sabotage. Don't restrict yourself to one way of thinking. Don't resist change, right? Allow yourself to trust in this movement that's coming in your life at this moment in time. Know that it's assisting you on this hermit journey that you are on or you've been in. And there is a light at the end of the tunnel. How beautiful is that? The sun will shine even through the darkest of days for you, Aquarius. But you need to get out of your own way, okay? You really do. You have to step out of this frame of mind. And I think that's what you've been doing. You have the Four of Air here in reverse. Again, this is a meditation card. This is all about being still. This man is sleeping on this dragon. Looks like a unicorn dragon. Laying down his swords in the tree there. Laying his burdens down to rest. Taking a moment for himself to connect to body and mind. And now I think you're coming to this awakening in June. I think that burst of energy that you felt around the new moon in Gemini is kind of awakening you from your slumber. And now you're seeing things from a different perspective. Maybe you're no longer resisting, right? I am sensing this awakening here. Now there's this movement with the Chariot card. Let's read a little bit more on the Chariot card for you. What are you moving into here? A powerful, strong mermaid powers forward in her chariot, but despite the size and weight of the vehicle, she's calm and shows no signs of exertion. She needs no reins nor breast to control her chariot. She is in perfect control without any trappings of external forces. So kind of whatever external forces might have been happening around you that have been putting you in this place of resistance, you're kind of freeing yourself from those burdens, allowing yourself to just move forward. Keep your focus. And don't let anyone's negativity divert you from your task. So like I brought up in the beginning, there might be some family or some other issues around you externally that have caused this resistance. Don't let that control you. Okay, Emperor, stand in your power. Speak your truth, right? Know that you are always held and supported when you are on your authentic path of your authenticity, your authentic self, right? That's what these cards signify here. Don't let others dictate your life, really. All right, let's see here. What is Aquarius moving into with this Chariot card? Can you tell me more about it, guides and angels? What is it that Aquarius is moving into for the month of June 2020? Tell me about this Chariot card, please, for Aquarius. Six of Wands. So we have the Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck here. And now it's showing up in reverse. So I do think that they're in between a victory. Maybe it may be a small victory at this time, but nonetheless, it's a victory, right? Celebrate. Be proud of where you've come and how far you've come, right? You might have a little more farther to go with this Chariot card, but just keep pushing forward, right? That's what this card is all about. Faith. Having faith, Aquarius, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel for you. The victory might seem very small, or it might not even be in the picture yet, but it is kind of floating in the background for you. The Six of Wands energy wants to come through for you. Let's speak upon the Six of Wands a little bit more for you, Aquarius. Six of Wands, please can you tell me about this victory? Two of Wands, so a lot of fire energy here. You might be dealing with a fire sign. Might be moving towards a fire sign. Okay, because we have the Aries on the bottom, and then we have these two fire cards with the Chariot. So you might be moving towards a fire sign. Yeah. Two of Wands is about making a choice, right? Looking into the distance, setting out your intentions, casting out this wand, right? Manifestation. Two is a very like dualistic energy, choices, right? Also, the Chariot card is it's making a choice as well. Which direction will you take, right? But nonetheless, you're moving forward. I think that you have stepped into this choice at this time. You know, might be just for a time frame. For now, you've made this choice. You're taking the path of least resistance. I feel like that's the path that you're deciding to take, and you might have already decided in May. But if not, you're coming to this place in June where you're choosing to find inner peace, not fight against the tide so much, and trust. Let's clarify. What is this resistance card about? Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so there might be some slow offer. You know, you might not be wanting to accept an offer. Someone might be resisting an offer at this time. Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. Okay, when they come with an offer, they make sure that they come correct. Okay, very slow, practical energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. It's in reverse, so I'm definitely sensing with this resistance card that it's slowed down even more. So like maybe you're just like, okay, I'm not going to try to force this energy. I'm not going to try to force this new offer. Maybe potentially you feel this resistance around Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and you're taking the path of least resistance. You're trusting that where you are going on this Chariot is going to lead to a victory. And you can no longer force anyone to make an offer at this time. Or you are just not accepting an offer, right? This could also signify that. Someone came to you with an offer. It could be a job with the Pentacle energy, and you're resisting it. You're saying, you know what, I want to slow the brakes here. I'm getting off this horse. I don't want to move in this direction here. So I'm choosing to get on this Chariot and move towards this victory here, right? Could he be moving to the desert? Because it is right under the desert card. That's just for some of you. But anyway, dear Aquarius, I hope these messages received you well. And if you want to go a bit deeper with me, please feel free to reach out to me. For May, I have 20% off. We have a couple more days in May here. So reach out to me. Let's set up a private reading. And just check out my channel for more free readings. And I wish you the best for June. Bye-bye.